Gypsy Rose's reality show Life After Lockup aired its first episode this week, and viewers have been sharing their thoughts on what they witnessed, and it isn't looking good for her ex-husband Ryan. Aside from the drama with the show, Gypsy is also addressing some recent backlash that she's received online, while her ex Ryan is trying to paint her out to be a liar. It's a crazy situation, so we're breaking it all down. In regards to the Lifetime reality show, the first episode aired this past Monday, and people haven't reacted well to the footage of Ryan. I do believe that when Gypsy and Ryan announced their separation, and then she was quickly seen with her ex-fiance Ken, people felt really bad for Ryan. But those feelings have switched up after viewing the show, as people have called him creepy and overbearing. Now, the first episode shows Gypsy getting released from prison and how she spent her first day in the real world. Ryan is obviously super excited to see Gypsy, touching her for the first time in ways that he's never been able to before, which people have commented on clips posted to TikTok that they felt that they were overstimulated just watching the show and felt like Gypsy needed some space to breathe. She did seem happy though in the first episode. It wasn't like she was resisting him or seemed unhappy, but people felt like it was a sign of where things were going wrong for them and how they weren't really a match for each other. Something I noticed was that right after she was released, her and Ryan called her family to let them know that she was out and safe and they were headed to get some rest. As they ended the call, Ryan says, "They gots to go. It's my time with my wife." Which was interesting given that later down the line, when they do end their marriage, sources close to Gypsy said that Ryan would often get jealous of the time that she spent with her family, specifically her dad, and thought that she should be spending that time with him instead. And maybe this was just one of the first signs of him feeling like he has priority with Gypsy over her family. In the show, we also got some insight to what their first day together was like, from the first night to the next day meeting her family. But in regards to people calling Ryan creepy, it's mostly just because he kept touching her, talking about getting to do things they've never done before, complimenting her, and he just seemed excited. He was just really excited to see her and be with her after she was released, but people feel it was a bit too much, especially the part where they were talking about their intimate first night together.
Oh, last night was great. Great. We got to love on each other.
We got to consummate our marriage.
We did get to do that. She was so nervous. It was
Not for long.
Not for long. She got into it. No, it was great. It was great. I married the right woman.
He always used to say, "I'm a dynamo," and I'm like, every guy says that. No, he's a dynamo.
Y'all heard that?
People made comments under clips saying, "I would feel smothered, but she wanted some space. I don't know, I'm starting to think Ryan is a creep. I watched this first episode tonight and this whole scene was super uncomfortable to watch. It felt super yucky and forced. I would have gotten my own hotel room immediately." Some people did come to his defense and say, "Oh guys, Ryan really liked her though. You can tell it's kind of sad. He meant well. Seriously, poor dude." Now, after their first night together, we got to see why Gypsy wanted to go shoe shopping as her first activity as a free woman. Paparazzi had gotten them out that day buying shoes, and now we're seeing it's because Ryan had bought her these knee-high heeled boots that didn't fit her, and she wanted shoes that fit. It's also why she was barefoot after leaving the hotel after her release, because she didn't want to wear those shoes because they did not fit. It does seem like later on in the season of the show, we will get to see Gypsy reunite with her ex-fiance Ken and how her and Ryan's relationship came to an end. There's a scene where they are talking in the car and he tells her to go call Ken.
I just think that I would be happier somewhere else.
Well, don't call Ken. You're probably already talking to him.
As we know, Ken reached out to Gypsy's mom, Christy, after her release to just send his best to Gypsy and explain why he ended their relationship in the first place, which was said to be because she had gotten a lot of media attention following the release of HBO's documentary about her case, Mommy Dead and Dearest. But now he was reaching back out and it seemed to have sparked something in Gypsy to rekindle a friendship that has obviously now led to them being much more, as they're confirmed to be dating following her split from Ryan. She did talk about her marriage to Ryan recently in an interview with Entertainment Tonight and did give an update on their divorce.
I don't regret the relationship with Ryan, but I do regret getting married in prison so fast.
Where are you at with your divorce proceedings?
We're in the beginning stages, so it's gonna be, we haven't even had our first court yet.
She seems happy with Ken though, as she's gushed about him in the same interview, saying that he is moving close to her soon.
When my marriage was over and I walked away, that's when Ken and I was developing a reconnection. I've always loved you. You've always loved me. Why are we denying this at this point? We're denying ourselves the happiness. I'm still under parole, so I'm living at home with my dad and my stepmom. He'll be living in New Orleans. We'll date, and you know, I am the kind of girl that just because we're in love, I don't want to know what your plans are. If you're gonna propose, don't tell me, just do it.
Ryan, however, hasn't forgotten what was said about him when they first split. One of the accusations made against him by a source close to Gypsy at the time was that he is a food hoarder. He would always have food in the refrigerator, and apparently they got into a huge fight over the fact that she cleaned the refrigerator out one day. But Ryan wanted to make a statement about this recently, and so he got on TikTok and posted a fridge tour.
Hey guys, it's me, Ryan, rocking Alex Bregman jersey today. Go Astros, LSU boy. But anyway, I've got a lot of comments. Show us your fridge for obvious reasons. But anyway, I don't even know what a food hoarder is, guys. That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't have food hiding under beds or anything like that. I do have a gastric sleeve, so that means the doctor removed 30% of my stomach. So when I go out to eat, I can't eat a lot, so I do get to-go plates. So that might have drove Gypsy crazy, but just is what it is, guys. I don't like wasting things, and I just can't eat a lot. But anyway, here we go. Now I need to warn you, this fridge is bad, okay? Just be prepared. Oh my God, the humanity, there's stuff everywhere. Oh God, what am I gonna do? Look, Pixie in the refrigerator, licking barbecue sauce. That's crazy. Pixie, get out of there. Anyway, guys, look, you notice there's some Tupperwares. Nothing in there is over a week old. There is a sandwich right there. There's birthday cake for my stepbrother's birthday yesterday. And then there's a salad in the background. Nothing crazy, guys. There's my Dr. Pepper. In the drawers, there's drinks, things like that. Freezer, look, I got some frozen stuff, some ice cream. Look, breakfast, I got biscuits, breakfast Hot Pockets.
People accused him of having cleaned it out prior to this video, but he also did get a lot of love in the comments, a lot of support of people saying that they're on his side, because people do feel for him because Gypsy left him. But like I said, people are kind of feeling differently about him now that they've watched the show. But something a majority have agreed on is that they didn't love a joke that was made while they were filming. In the first episode of the reality show, Ryan made a "I'm not your mother" joke when they were talking about the potential of Gypsy snoring in her sleep.
What if I snore?
Well, then we gotta get a divorce right away. I mean, what do you think? What if you snore?
I don't know, because none of my roommates ever said
I'm gonna
you
get you a
snore.
sleep apnea mask, and then we'll really be that.
Nope.
I know you don't need that. The moment I said that, I thought, I'm not your mother.
No.
Was not expecting that joke, but these two seemed to get a real giggle out of it. But something Gypsy was not finding funny is some of the things that people have been saying about her and how they've reacted to her spending time in the spotlight. She shared on TikTok, "Don't ask me to relive my trauma for your personal curiosity. Don't demand to know the answers to questions that have no relevance in your life. Don't expect me to have overcome my past on your time. Don't tell me about my mistakes and choices when I am who has to live with them on my conscience. Don't project what you want me to be because you find it more interesting. I am not a celebrity. I'm a trauma survivor who is healing from emotional, mental, and medical abuse. I have shared my story in the hopes that it would educate about Munchausen by proxy and inspire other survivors, only to have my abuse be invalidated by creators on social media who do not have any psychological education to back up their claims, despite multiple psychiatrists specializing in Munchausen by proxy, such as Dr. Mark Feldman, who interviewed for 2017 HBO's Mommy, Dead and Dearest. After reviewing my medical records obtained for my case, he had high belief that my mother indeed had Munchausen by proxy. Don't ask me to advocate, I am healing." So that is what Gypsy had to say in regards to some of the things that she's been seeing said about her online recently. Though I will say that after the airing of her show, people have been more sympathetic towards her, especially after viewing Ryan. But I wonder if he will come out to comment on some of the things that have been said about him, given that he does like to clap back at the internet's comments quite a bit. But until then, I want to know what you guys think about all of this, from what people are saying about the show to Ryan's fridge. Let me know all your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.